show moving right along. The next comedian, originally from Chicago. Ladies and gentlemen, please keep it going for PJ Baio.
Hey. Hey, everybody. I just need to apologize up front if I seem a little out of it. I had hernia repair surgery a couple days ago. And so if I look like I'm on drugs, I am. And what I had was an umbilical hernia. And what that is some fat popped through my stomach muscles. So, you know, some guys have abs of steel. I have fat of steel. Ladies. Yes. The surgery wasn't the most difficult thing I had to go through during quarantine. Back in July, I lost my mom. She was 87, living in a nursing home, and it wasn't COVID, and she didn't have any symptoms, and she tested negative. What I think it was is that someone finally told her that Trump was president, and she said, "Lord, take me now." And he listened, yeah.
Oh.
But because of everything going on, we couldn't give her the funeral that we wanted to give her. So we had to do a Zoom funeral, and I had to host it, and that was really difficult because I MC a lot of comedy shows, and I was just afraid at some point I might slip into that, you know. Like, make sure to keep your cameras and microphones on so that we can see and hear you crying. And after the show, there's going to be a raffle, and I'll be giving away my mom's Barbra Streisand collection. And then I had to bring up the speakers too, and I was afraid I was gonna do something like, "Hey, our next speaker comes all the way from Denver, Colorado, where she works as a nurse on the front lines of COVID. She lovingly refers to me as Uncle PJ. Please welcome my niece." But, you know, I did everything I could to try and keep it light and up, you know, make it more of a celebration about my mom's life and not so much about her death, you know. And then my brother came up and he started to speak. And he was talking from his heart, and it got really emotional. And I was like, oh my God, he's bombing. I'm gonna have to work really hard to get the crowd back, you know. But you know, it went really well. It did, and I was happy we got to do it. And I think my mom would have been happy. The other thing is, because it was going to be a while for us before we could bury her, we had to have her cremated. And because it costs more to store a body than it does ashes. And so I learned a lot about cremation. So I would like to invite you now into my showroom.
Oh.
God.
So when you're having someone cremated, they have to be put into something. They just can't go in the incinerator alone. So they offer a cardboard box for $50. Another option is a cardboard box with lining and a pillow for their comfort for $350, because, you know, that's important to me. When I'm being pushed into a furnace, I want to be as comfortable as possible. And then there's this wicker looking coffin for $750, which is very comfortable and very flammable. And there's this thing that looks like a coffin for $1,050, and you know, it's just ridiculous. I mean, the amount of money it costs to die is insane. The best thing you could do for your family is stay alive as long as possible. But anyway, I suggested, hey, why don't we just wrap my mom in $5 bills and burn her in that? And then you have to have them put in an urn, and this urn right here is one that can be buried, and it costs $400. But you know, if you're on a tight budget, there are DIY options for urns like this. I mean, this is really great if their middle name is Folger. And also there's options to cremation, like my mom being Italian, you know, a pizza oven. But you could also have them put in keepsakes. Like I had the option to put my mom in a pair of bookends, but I don't think I don't think she wants to spend eternity holding up my Stephen King collection. But there are other options like figurines, like these. This lovely owl, and whatever this is. I think it's a university mascot. I'm not sure. But you could also have their ashes put in Godzilla, which is kind of fitting. He breathes fire. And this is interesting. You could have your loved one put in a gumball machine. It's called the Urn-O-Matic.
Wow.
Yes. Everyone could own a piece of grandma for as little as 25 cents.
Oh, wow.
And you could also have them put in teddy bears. Teddy bear urn for when you need that special hug.
Ah,
Jesus.
Yeah, my biggest problem with that is what happens when I die and people are going through my stuff in the apartment. You know? What happens to the teddy bear my mom's in? It ends up in Goodwill, right?
Oh, God.
Yeah, and then somebody buys it and they give it to their kid. And then that kid has no idea how special that hug is. I feel kind of bad because, you know, this is the second parent I lost that I wasn't around for. My brother had to take care of most of the arrangements. And he said, hey, man, you owe me. So you got to take care of next time. And I said, hey, man, don't worry. You know, I'll take care of the next parent. And he said, no, well, we're out of parents, dude. I mean me. You got to take care of me. I'm like, yeah, of course I will, you know, although I don't want to rob that honor from your kids. You know, what's the point of having kids if they're not around to bury you, right? I said, but don't worry, I've already have a plan. And I've already picked out your urn. These are barbecue flavored, by the way.
Oh.
Thanks so much, everybody.
all right, PJ Baio, ladies and gentlemen.